Okay. Checking in. Coronavirus headquarters. Want to make sure everybody's okay. So check in. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're doing okay. I'm here in the quarantine zone. But Browns, what up? I got my Gatorade. I should just call myself Corn's World. It's scary. So I'm in my house, and I don't know if I'm nervous or if like I'm just thinking things, if like my chest hurts, but I'm making sure I drink a lot of liquids. I'm making sure that I'm staying hydrated. I have enough toilet paper. I have enough food. But I haven't left my house too much. I got plenty of toilet paper. It's crazy because I went to Costco probably like a week before the whole epidemic broke out, and they had tons of toilet paper. They had tons of paper towels, and I stocked up. I got food, I got drinks, I got snacks, ramen noodles, and then I went to Walmart literally the next day, and everything was gone. So I'm doing okay. I had my daughter's birthday party on Saturday, so a lot of people came out for that. But after that, but it's scary. I went out and voted today for Bernie Sanders. Tomorrow's Illinois' actual vote day. But I went out to today, and there was a good amount of people out. They were all older people, a couple young people, but it was cool. No one was touching doorknobs. No one was like really standing close to anybody. One dude behind me was this bigger guy. And I know they say that, no, you don't have coronavirus. They say if your immune system's weak, you're more prone to get it. Older people are more prone to get it. This guy was a little overweight, little obese. He had a mask on. So that was like, and he was standing right behind me. So I don't know. It's crazy. You see in San Francisco just put in a law that's 24-hour after 12 o'clock. After 12 o'clock on, I guess starting tomorrow or something like that, you can't go outside unless you have a doctor's appointment. And I think that's going to happen everywhere. So it's only a matter of time before we're all like on a big lockdown. I saw a picture of like Florida today. They had, the beaches were still packed. I know my nephew is still talking about going on a cruise. But yeah, spring break is in full effect right now. You had the flu last month, and this is nuts. Yeah, luckily you don't have the flu right now. Some healthy young kids went onto the ICU. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I think the biggest thing that people are scared of is there's not going to be enough beds and there's not going to be enough ventilators. So like what makes me weird about the coronavirus is like I see Donovan Mitchell and I see Rudy Gobert and I see all these healthy athletes, and it's not really affecting them. Like they're still. Donovan Mitchell said today that he could have played in a 7-game series if it started today, and he's in like day 5 of coronavirus watch. So I think there's different levels to like the coronavirus, and I think a reason why like I'm worried about it. I'm not too worried about it is because like I haven't seen the death. Like I haven't once like a celebrity died. Like if Tom Hanks came out and said he's got coronavirus, and then in like 5 days later or 10 days later they show him on his deathbed or something, then I'll be like, oh shit, this is serious. But like I think a lot more people are just worried that the older generation is going to die because they don't have like hospital beds, and like there's not enough room in hospitals for people that are sick. So that's the thing that worries like a lot of people. Yeah, Medicare for all would help it all. But then a question that they were raising last night at the debate was like, if there was Medicare for all and everybody rushed to the hospitals, there wouldn't be enough beds, there wouldn't be enough doctors. But I don't think just because you have Medicare for all, you're gonna necessarily have everybody rushing to the hospitals. It's almost like, passing marijuana and like legalizing, weed. In the beginning, yes, you're going to see a spike of people like running to like the dispensaries and buying weed, and there's going to be a spike, so it's going to look like a lot of people are using it. But after time, everything will even out. And if you're not sick, you're not going to go to a hospital. And everything they're saying on CNN right now is like, don't go to the hospital if you're not sick. So it would be the same thing. The same rules would apply if there was Medicare for all. So it's not like just because there's Medicare for all, people are going to go rushing to the hospital. It makes absolutely no sense. But that being said, I voted early today in Illinois. So shout out to Illinois for doing that. There's certain locations where you can vote. I think it's at 7 o'clock is done. So it's probably done for today. But I know Georgia and somewhere else closed their polling stations for tomorrow. And it's interesting because it's like the CDC put these bans into place saying don't go out and you're not allowed to be in places with 50 or more people, and now it's 10 to 15 people. And all these voting locations have more than 50 people, have more than 10, 15, 20 people. So like it's confusing. Like if you don't necessarily know if you're breaking the law, Georgia canceled it until May. So like you don't know if you're breaking the law by going out and voting because there's more than, the recommended amount of people that the CDC says. And then 2, you don't want to catch coronavirus. So like a lot of people are nervous about leaving their house, rightfully so, because, this thing is spreading like wildfire and we don't necessarily know everything about it. So being in a space where the lady gave me a pen today. I had to sign my signature, so maybe I got the thing. I used an electronic voting booth, which is shady as hell. First off, you go into the polling station and they ask you if you're, Democrat, Republican, or independent. And right on the spot, you have to say in front of like 4 other people who are standing next to you what you are. So like, if you don't want it, like it's supposed to be, you're not supposed to disclose all that stuff. Obviously, I'm out there saying I'm voting for Bernie Sanders and I'm, proud of it. But other people don't necessarily want to say what affiliation they are. So that was weird. Then they don't even check your driver's license. They don't check your driver's license when you go to vote, which was weird. Why, do I look like I have coronavirus? They don't check your driver's license. All they do is ask for your address. So really, you could say anybody's address. They'll verify just by like a signature, and then they give you a piece of paper to go vote. So the lady said I was like randomly selected to use like a VIP electronic voting booth, which is weird because maybe they know that I'm voting for Bernie and they want me to vote on the electronic system so they can change my vote. So I get the paper, I go to the electronic polling station. It looks like it's got crazy fingerprints and nasty shit all over it, but I vote for Bernie anyway. And then once you're done voting, it prints out a piece of paper. You go to another separate thing, put that in, and then it spews out, a piece of paper to say that your vote counted. It's mad shady. And what's even shadier? If they're using an electronic voting system, wouldn't you think it would have like some software update that gets rid of the other candidates that have dropped out already? So like all my options were still candidates that weren't in the race anymore. Like Mayor Pete's on there, Elizabeth Warren's on there, Andrew Yang was on there. It should have 2 options, and that would maybe make it better or worse for Biden or Bernie. Like if there was a Warren supporter who was on the fence that wasn't sure if they were going to vote for Biden or Bernie, but they still saw Elizabeth Warren's name on there, they're probably gonna like select her name just out of some spite shit. So that's weird. Like that they don't remove the candidates. You have a computer, you have a laptop. It always tells you to update. It always tells you to refresh. But for some reason, our political system can't update and can't refresh its own political candidates that drop out of the race. So that was weird. So I put the vote in. The lady says, you know, there's some sanitizer wipes on the side. I thought I had my I vote sticker. It must have fell off. But I did vote. Oh, there it is. Hold on, let me go get it. Okay. Boom. Just so you know, I'm not lying. This is the main reason. This is why we all vote. Is to get the sticker. So, I proudly voted. I'll put it there to block my... And my brother's a Spanish teacher, and he's sometimes in the chat, but yo vote doesn't look like the right Spanish for I voted. But, so tomorrow I think there's still some other states. So Illinois votes tomorrow. They're not postponing it, it looks like. I think Arizona's still voting. Florida's voting. Florida's a weird case, man, because I think I voted. Yeah, honestly, I think I voted. There was a weird graphic that someone put up on Twitter earlier that on NBC Illinois, they released the like Biden won 50 to 45% for tomorrow's vote, and they said 100% of the votes were already counted. So, and they had they had hundreds of thousands of votes calculated already, and then they came out later and said, "Oh, we apologize. Like, we didn't mean to put that graphic up." But tomorrow it's gonna be pretty funny once it's like, if it's accurate to that. Hopefully, it's not. I get nervous because I didn't want to. I was hesitant to vote today because if it does get postponed tomorrow, they're definitely going to lose my vote. They're not going to count it, and you know, there's so much shady shit that goes on with voting anyway, especially when you're voting for Bernie. I feel like that the DNC does whatever they can to make it difficult for people to get out to polling stations. And now with like coronavirus, it's definitely serious, but like people are confused. And I personally think, and I told this to Kyle, that I think it affects old people more because they're the ones that like are supposedly more, you know, affected by the coronavirus. So maybe they don't want to get out and vote and interact with people and touch like, you know, a pen that's been on a counter or something like that. But paper ballots are how it should be, because then you can ultimately go back and track all them. Yeah, if you can vote. Nah, voting from home would be a little difficult just because there would be so many people like, oh, what do I look like, a locust? My toilet paper supply is crazy good right now. Like I said, I went to Costco before. But what I don't get is places are still gonna like restock their supply. Like a Walmart truck is still, like the Walmart truck doesn't have coronavirus. That's still gonna pull up to Walmart on Tuesday or Thursday, whenever they're dropping off, and restock all the paper towels and toilet paper. So like, they're still gonna have a supply of stuff. Food is still there. Damn, Leisure Larry's, I feel, you know, I hope your aunt's doing okay. That's crazy. I don't know if she's going to the hospital, but where I'm from in New Rochelle, they're the first place to do the, they're doing the drive-through coronavirus checks. So I don't know what the test is, but I think it said, I'm telling you, I got a little like chest thing. I think I'm fine. But you drive up, roll down your window, and then I think they give you the test. Donovan Mitchell was saying that they stick like this big swab all the way down your throat, so you so they can like test for the coronavirus, whatever. But yeah, it's crazy. Everyone's stuck at home, so everybody's putting up videos of them in their house. So it's nice to see what people's houses, you know, look like. But there's no shows on TV. There's no sports. It's frustrating. My show Better Call Saul is on tonight, so I'll watch that in a little bit. But it's crazy times. If you're in Florida, if you're in Arizona, if you're in Illinois, Ohio, go out and vote tomorrow. The debate was fun to watch the other night. I think Bernie did a great job. I don't think that it'll make a difference, though. Honestly, I think people have already made up their minds, and Biden would have really had to done something crazy, crazy, crazy to make people like change his mind. He would have had to like, I don't know, physically attack Bernie on stage or like say the N word or something ridiculous, and people would have like really. Bernie really can't do anything to change what people are thinking about him. I don't know. Yeah, just be cautious tomorrow when you vote. Today, no one was touching the doorknobs. I was using, like, low key, that handicap button that they have at all these things. Use the shit out of that button. You know, put your sleeve on it and just do one of those, and the door will pop open for itself. Usually it does the first door and the second door, which is good. Sometimes if you push the button, only the first door will open. You got to walk in a little bit, push the next thing, and the second door will open. Yeah, front doorknobs, like if you're ordering from Amazon, who knows, maybe the Amazon dude has coronavirus and he's like touching your package and you got to pick it up, and then you get it in your house, and then someone else comes to your house, they get it. But it's scary. Everyone's buying the toilet paper, so everyone will be out of it. All right, let me see some of the comments. I left a space here for Molly so she can join the chat. I don't know if she's on her way out. Someone ate Charlie, you ate ice cream because you're sore throat. I hope I don't have a sore throat. I just like maybe mentally think like my chest is whatever. Here's a tip. If you're looking for toilet paper or paper towels, Office Max. No one shops at that shit normally. So like go there now because they've got low key. You're buying stuff for your office. You need toilet paper. You need paper towels. All that shit is used in an office. Those stores are always empty. We needed paper towels. Sold out everywhere. Amazon, Walmart, Target. Molly found them at Office Max. Actually, her mom went out. But that's the spot. No, I'm not sick, mofo. I got that shit. Ohio's tomorrow, so if you're in Ohio, go vote. Tulsi's not running as a third party. Yeah, blue Gatorade's the way to go. It wasn't too complicated to vote on the electronic thing. It just makes me a little bit more nervous voting on the electronic one because you don't know if your vote is going to get lost, if it's going to get hacked. So yeah, I don't know. Most people don't pay attention to debates. Yeah, I don't think anybody really pays attention to the debates because you're going into that debate already have a candidate that you know that you're going to vote for. And like I said, Biden didn't do a bad, like, he lied about everything. I don't think he, like, came across as he was lying the whole time, unless you were on Twitter following, like, you know, Bernie supporters. No one calls him out on his lies. CNN's not going to do it. MSNBC's not going to do it. So that's why he can get away with it. And when you lie that confidently, he's politically savvy. He's been in politics his whole life. He knows how to lie with a straight face. So when you lie and not get called on it, you're going to look like you're doing a good job. There was stuff that was so blatantly lies, like when he was saying that he didn't try to cut Social Security. And Bernie asked him like 4 different times, did you try to cut it? Yeah, he did. And there's video of it. And Bernie said, go check YouTube. People went and checked YouTube, but like everyone but CNN, MSNBC. I don't know who he's going to pick as his VP, but it's definitely going to be a woman. Who knows? YouTube's, you know, cutting back their amount of people working, so they demonetized my last Bernie 4-minute video. So I don't know what their algorithm is, but I'm sure everybody's on YouTube right now uploading or streaming or like watching stuff. So it's hard for them to keep up with all of that stuff. Yeah, Tulsi would be awesome as a VP for Bernie. Mangus, what was the test your mom had to go through? Oh, there's a lot of cases in Augusta, Georgia, I think. In Georgia, I think they postponed their primaries. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So Illinois put up a graphic on their screen that was saying that they're already calling the election for Biden, and then later they went back and said that it was just a test. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, I think all this stuff is it just I think it's good in a sense because it sort of drags out, you know, the political, landscape right now, and it puts a lot of the ideas that Bernie's been talking about on the table, and it keeps them alive. So if you postpone, Georgia and Arizona, it just makes Bernie think he's still got a shot, and the conversations that he talks about Medicare for all, free college, all that stuff stays on the table. And that's a good thing because now you see Biden starting to go a little bit more his way and talk about what did Biden say? Free college tuition. And he's looking at Warren's policy for something else, bankruptcy. So like Bernie staying in it makes Biden, I don't know, a little more like progressive. Huge recession of the coronavirus getting bigger. This whole coronavirus stuff is crazy, and San Francisco just said there's a curfew at 12 o'clock, so you can't go out past then. And I think that's going to happen in a lot of other places. In O'Hare, the international airport was packed. There was mad people there, and they were doing it to try and test people. But everybody's jammed in together, so they definitely going to catch coronavirus or some shit. Yeah, Trump talks about like there's like, no more than 10 people in a spot, but then he's standing up there with 16 people behind him. You can't listen to what he's got to say. You sort of just have to do, just stay inside your house, wash your hands, try to distance yourself from people. But what's crazy is that even when this ends, there's gonna be you're not even gonna really know what is it all of a sudden there's gonna be no more cases of coronavirus in a month or something like that. It's not gonna leave people leave everybody's system. Yeah, everything's gonna be on lockdown. Flying's gonna stop. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some type of lockdown. I mean, you see it in New York already right now. They closed restaurants, they closed bars. And it's tough because there's been no tax breaks for people and stuff. So a lot of people are not going to be able to pay their rent. They're not going to be able to keep their lights on potentially because all these businesses are hurting, and where they can make money, they're going to stay there, and they're going to keep demanding you pay them. So unless Trump says something where it's for 2 months, you don't have to pay your bills or some shit, people are going to be stuck because they aren't working. They aren't getting their incomes. A lot of restaurant owners don't have money coming in. They depend on that. What do you think their landlord is going to say to them? Oh, take the next 2 months off? A lot of companies are telling their employees, and I heard this with one big company. They're sort of doing this thing. I forgot what it's called, but they're technically firing employees so they could file for unemployment. They get all the unemployment, and then they come back and they'll rehire them after all this lies away. Food you should order is some ramen noodles, Gatorade, and gummy bears. Stuff that doesn't go bad. Grocery stores still have meat though, so you could still go to a store and get meat. Oh, is Kyle doing a video right now? We're gonna do a Kyle and Corin tomorrow. Kyle texted me earlier, so we'll do one. Talk about coronavirus. all I've seen commercial wise on TV is like Mucinex, like flu stuff, all like stuff to get rid of viruses. Temporary UBI. I don't believe that like Mitt Romney and Andrew Yang can actually send each one of us like $1,000. I don't think it's like how is that possible? And like just because we get $1,000 means we're gonna be set. Like why not cancel student debt or something like that? And then people will have more money to put it back into, society. But right now you can't even do that. You can't even go out to restaurants. And people don't want to go to restaurants because they're nervous about coronavirus. But then again, you see people in New Orleans, Florida. There was mad people on the beach in Florida today. In I think it was, I forgot what spot of Clearwater, Florida. I guess is a big spring break spot. There was so many people on the beach, and it's crazy. Bourbon Street, they put like a restriction in of like, well, they canceled the voting, and then later everyone was on Bourbon Street, like partying. So I mean, like people have to be smart about the coronavirus. I don't know. Scary. Yeah, people were all crowded together down in Florida. A lot of places are doing takeout. Yeah, young kids think they're invincible to coronavirus. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go to Clearwater right now just because someone said they were going to Clearwater in April. I definitely would try to avoid that. Uh, yeah, my mom says don't panic. That's the key. Thanks, Mom. That's good advice. Don't panic, but definitely stay home. A girl in my class this week said that Trump's response was good and coronavirus isn't a big deal as the flu. You know what's crazy is like I said, I don't think it'll really hit me that it's that bad until you see the death toll, but like I don't know if I should associate that with like old people just, dying in general, like they were ready to die, or if it was actually the coronavirus that, has affected them and that's why they died. Um so like yeah, Italy's bad, but is that because they don't have as many, hospitals and hospital beds as us and stuff like that's the biggest thing is people are worried that there's not going to be enough hospital beds. So obviously people die every day in hospitals. It's just a matter of there's going to be more people checking into the hospitals now because of coronavirus. So I don't know. I just wanted to check in and make sure everybody's doing well. Because I know everybody's on lockdown. There's a lot of stuff that happened in football today. Yeah, 1%. Ohio's got a lot of cases. But again, that's approximately 100,000 people. So what I don't get is people are still going to be going out to polling stations. But I haven't heard of many deaths in Ohio. And I don't know why that is. So like I need to see a case study of like a 22-year-old kid who was like, I'm gonna fly down to Miami. I don't care about coronavirus. The airlines were cheap. I'm just doing it because it's a good deal. I'm off from school. And then like 2 weeks later, that kid dies. This is a hypothetical. I don't want to see any kids die, but if that does happen, then I'll be like, oh shit. Or if they're like, there's a 31-year-old kid who, eats kind of unhealthy. He just basically goes to work, comes home, he does a podcast. He got coronavirus and he died. Not me. And I'll be like, oh shit, this is pretty serious. But until then, I just think, old people are going to die. Maybe coronavirus like sped up what was inevitable. But yeah, I was explaining myself, but not really. Cuomo canceled all of the New York City schools. I don't know, but is anyone like nervous to go vote? I wasn't, and I just made sure I washed my hands and had some hand sanitizer. I've been sanitizing a lot. When Eldon said I sneezed in one of my videos earlier. The only thing I am worried about, and I don't know if it's because I had like a lot of meatloaf and I had a lot of rice earlier, my chest does feel like heavier, but that could just be because I've been eating unhealthy. But I don't know like what the symptoms are, because some people are, how many people actually know someone that was infected other than something? One person said that their mom has it, or their aunt has it. Yeah, I think it'll hurt so voting will probably affect the older generation, because I'd be more nervous to go out if I was older than a younger person, because that's what you've seen is all the young people are still going out and they're acting crazy. It's like the extreme flu, but so people are recovering from it, and now there's like a coronavirus 2 they're talking about. Betty White does not have it, Jay. Don't even put that out into the ether. See, I think it's you can recover from it, I believe. But I wouldn't panic too much. A person I know who works for an airline company says that they're hurting a lot. So a lot of big companies are looking to get bailed out, which is sad because Governor Pritzker is Illinois' governor. But big companies, casinos are looking to get bailed out. It's just going to set a ripple effect of all of these big organizations that are going to need bailouts. And I don't know where all this money comes from. Oh, we might get Molly. Are you going to join?
Sure.
Molly's going to join in, so let's give her a second, and then you can ask away. Oh. Scotty voted for Bernie today also. So any questions for Scotty, ask away. Do you have to put a sweater on?
Yeah.
Oh, Molly's got to get beautified.
No, I just need to put a shirt on.
But I was just saying that I think hey Scotty, a lot of places are looking for bailouts, which is, some are necessary. Obviously, you need an airline industry. You need the airlines. You need to fly places, but casinos, cruise ships. Maybe we go without cruise ships for a while and let them fail. Like put all that money towards student debt, and let people not have these handcuffs so they can go out and spend more money in the economy. Like maybe people shouldn't be going on cruises if they can't afford it or something like that. Scotty is a Knicks fan, yes, until she can make her own decision.
No, I think she should be a Bulls fan.
Molly thinks Scotty should be a Bulls fan. Scotty, what's your opinion on the wealth tax? She's starting to fuss and cry a little bit, so she's probably not a fan of that. Yeah, the Fed just bumped $1.5 trillion into the stock market. Molly's got to hurry up and get.
Hurry up. Well, it's her bedtime.
It's her bedtime.
And
are you putting the chair?
I can't put her to bed because you're in our room.
Here, hold her. I'll grab the chair.
Oy.
Molly's gonna give her opinion on voting today. You gotta be very careful with the This is
okay.
Very fragile.
Oh, you can't even see what people are saying.
You can.
Oh yeah, you can.
Scotty is not gonna be a Republican.
Hi. My opinion on voting.
What was your voting experience like today? Were you nervous to go out for coronavirus?
Okay, first thing we walked in, let me fix my hair. I look like a hot mess.
First thing that I'm repping the Knicks right now. Corin got me this sweater a couple years ago. Anyways, first thing I was annoyed about was that I didn't bring my own pen. And they didn't have, like, hand sanitizer readily available. So
They had it when you were done. So it was basically like get coronavirus and then when you check out.
Of course, like, when I went there, like, when we walked in, I felt like I had an itch on my face. And I was like, don't touch your face because I didn't have hand sanitizer. So that annoyed me that I didn't bring my own pen. And then the other thing that I thought was super weird is, like, not once did they ask to see, like, any form of identification. They just asked for my name and, like, confirm my address and stuff. But, like, I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah. Other than that, it was, like, super quick and easy.
Yeah, but what did you think about the electronic voting?
I thought it was fine.
Well, I thought it was weird that, like, you have to do it and then you have to go to another vote, like,
yeah, to, like, put it in.
To put the thing in.
Yeah, I don't know.
There wasn't. We went early at like 9 a.m. There
Okay,
weren't
Marshall.
too many people.
If they don't need ID though, how do they know? Like, I'm not saying I'm somebody else.
What?
Like, I could just say I'm someone else if I know their address.
Yeah, no,
like,
I know.
How do they know I'm really who I am? Like,
it is weird to go vote and not have your ID checked.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I could have been like, I'm Sarah Smith. Here's my address.
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing that verified I am who I say I am. Like, that's weird to me. Like, couldn't I show up tomorrow now and go vote as somebody else?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or do it in Practical Joker and put...
I am 12, yeah.
Put different outfits on and stuff.
Doing Impractical Joker.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on coronavirus?
I think...
Here's what I was explaining. Sorry, before
you just asked me a question.
But no, I was gonna say that I was telling people that I wasn't too like. I'm obviously nervous about it, but not to the effect of like I need to see like a healthy 22-year-old kid go to Florida and go on the beach, and then like 2 weeks later he passes away or something like that.
No, it's not even about that. So, and I just was talking to my dad about this because my dad's over 60. He has some, other health conditions as well. So I asked him if he was worried because he was out here this weekend. He was originally going to take the train back, and I told him he shouldn't because coronavirus. But anyways, they ended up driving back to New York. But I said to him,
I don't want
he said it, there's so many people who've gotten it, who've recovered, which is absolutely true. But my concern is like, the bigger concern of resources and like what's happening in Italy is like they don't have resources. So yeah, if we had all the resources, hospital beds, respirators, ventilators, all of the things that you need, if somebody gets coronavirus who has, baby is tired, but I can't put her to bed when Corin's on here because she sleeps in our room. But anyways,
we're in our studio.
Oh, we're in our studio. She sleeps in the studio. So
we're
my
studio.
thing is not the 22-year-old who gets it, but it's anybody who gets it who needs to be hospitalized for it.
Yeah.
The U.S. only has so many hospital beds, and I saw something. I don't know if it was true. I didn't like read too much into it today, but that said. Trump said each state is like like you have your own resources. So what if in our state they don't have resources?
Kind of with me.
On what? Like, let's see a 22-year-old die, then we'll be worried?
No, like to not be that worried about it.
What's worrisome is not, in my mind, is not so much the virus. Yes, for people who are
So here's
at
what
risk,
I'm saying.
But if
not enough beds and ventilators.
Right,
but like,
because, it is something that they see.
You can self-quarantine in your house. Like, you don't have to go to the hospital is what you're saying. It's like the flu, so you can stay in your bed.
But for those who need it, the elderly, people with underlying conditions, those people who get it, who maybe would make a full recovery, if the hospitals don't have the resources... Or then that's when in Italy they're making the decision, okay, well, this person's older and has another condition. We're going to have to let them die because we need those resources for a different person. That's where it's scary when this is something that with the right resources, they could treat everybody. And that's what the whole like flattening the curve is. So the hospitals and stuff don't get, crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy to see what
you're tired.
The market's already bad right now.
Yeah.
But what the effect is going to be like.
That's what's scary too.
It's like how bad of a recession will be in
right,
after all this is done.
Right.
And there'll be like, there's no there's no finish line to this. There's no like ending date, you know. So it's
Right.
like even when you get the all clear to go out, hold her like in the football hold.
Superman.
When you get the all clear to go out, you're not gonna really know like that everything is all done.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like everywhere depressing. Put her to bed. We will put her to bed.
Shout out to the baby.
Yeah, the baby. This is Corn's Parenting 101.
Any questions for the baby before we hop off? She likes this hold.
Yeah, she does. She fell asleep on Corn's arm like that today.
But there's no shows left on TV. No, not on air. We can't share a drink. Are you kidding me? Did you put your mouth on it? That's Rona 101 right there. Is like, don't grab somebody's drink and just start drinking.
Baby voted for Bernie, obviously. Anyone who has a baby knows that at night they're fussier. It's like, that's baby 101.
Yeah, Scotty's tired.
Yeah, but we gotta put her to bed.
When are we gonna do a baby's Molly Mine? Someone asked.
What do you want to know about babies? I'm gonna reboot my channel and we'll do anything baby and
This is not
and
social
family
distancing.
related. Yeah, but you have if you get corona,
She's got a good immune system. All right, we're gonna put the baby to bed.
Yeah.
Social distance. We're gonna do another Kyle and Corn tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah. So we'll do a Kyle and Corn tomorrow. People have been asking for it, but go and vote. There's a lot of states that.
It was your tweet I saw. I think
My
that
tweet? What?
that it was Kyle's tweet that
Illinois prematurely like put up the.
that they're postponing someone till June.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what state it was, but
Georgia's postponed. Arizona's postponed. Somewhere else was
it
postponed.
might have been Arizona.
Yeah, but I don't know. Go vote tomorrow. Just be cautious.
More
of,
live
like,
streams. You guys like live streams?
Oh, I was gonna.
What else do you guys want to see on Corn's channel? I can tell you the situation from my point of view. Oh, go up. I wanna read the person from.
I don't know if we can do a live chat, Kyle and Corn.
Most people that die are old people. Yeah, but those. Okay, so Gabrielle, the people who are dying, is that because they don't have the resources for them, or they would have just died anyways because they have an underlying condition?
That's what I agree. I agree with you. That
What?
No, I agree with Gabrielle. So it is all about reducing infected people
Right,
to
so
the hospitals.
exactly, and that's the
It's all
point
about
of
the hospitals.
that's the point of like the quarantining, and so it's like you flatten the curve, so many people aren't getting it all at once.
So like the disease, yes, is bad, but it is like the flu where, you know, obviously if you're younger, you can just stay home and not get, you know, deathly sick.
Yeah.
But if you're older, they're worried because there's not going to be enough hospital beds.
Yeah.
Is what the concern is.
Right.
It's also scary too, is that like
Sofa King, I see you. More edited videos.
I was thinking, you know, I was joking about not like we have enough toilet paper, but if someone actually needs toilet paper right now, like they're screwed.
You know what's actually crazy is I went online today. You know how I was like trying to buy a thermometer like weeks ago?
Yeah.
And I just never did, and I was like, oh, I should actually get that. And I went online today and couldn't find a thermometer. And I was like, I mean, everybody's checking their temperature because that's one of the signs. But I was
And
like,
that's part of probably,
it's
like, the
kind
testing
of crazy,
kit.
like things you might actually need, you can't get, and that's what's scary because I can't get a thermometer for the kids.
Yeah, toilet paper is hot right now. We got tons of it.
Don't tell that people. We didn't stock up. We
We just bought one of those regular. What was it?
Yeah,
the
like
big
a regular,
one from Costco,
yeah,
right?
A regular Costco one.
It was
we just
18
got
or
our
36.
It was no. We have 18 rolls. It came with 30, but we gave to family. When they came and they needed, we gave.
Yeah.
I gave away a lot of stuff when our family was here that needed it.
Yeah. So we got some rolls, we got some food, but how long do you think our food can last?
They're restocking the stores. My mom went to Aldi today and said there was chicken there.
Yeah, there's food in stores to go out and buy.
You know what's nice too is seeing kind of like communities come together. Like I'm part of a bunch of Facebook groups for our area, and people are like, hey, this store has toilet paper if you need. Hey, this store has milk if you need. Or people are saying, has anyone seen formula at the store? For me, I think being
It's like your shadow's talking.
Yeah, sorry, I have to move. But for me, seeing that there's moms like in some of these groups that can't find formula at the store, whereas like babies can only have breast milk or formula, like they don't have the option of other foods, and there's parents who are like stockpiling. We're lucky because I breastfeed our daughter, so we don't need formula, but that's really scary to me for people who can't feed their
thank
baby.
you for that. Matt, he bought a thermometer at 7-Eleven of all places. Yeah, it's crazy, like the random places where you'll find something. So
But
I was telling them
random,
that
it's just you wouldn't think to go there, so
I
they're
know
selling out.
That's what I'm saying. So like I was saying, we were out of paper towels, and Molly checked Target, she checked Walmart, she checked Amazon, everything was sold out. And then while she was searching online, she saw that Office Max had it. So like it makes you think like an office needs paper towel rolls, and they still had rolls. So it's funny like all the places that have stuff.
When sanitizers and cleaners went out, that once Walmart went out, we should have gone there for because they would still have that's like where you're thinking.
Yeah, like there was they probably out of they might have had sanitizer.
Now everybody's out.
Oh.
But
bidets are popular now too. I mean, like our whole outlook of life is gonna change after all this. Like colleges and universities are gonna notice. They're gonna see that like all classes can be done online, and like high schools are doing online classes now too. Like
that's not new though. That was coming.
But like it came a lot faster than what they expected.
But
like things
there's
are changing
something
like
with
that.
online that you don't get, and I know this from work and my career of what I do, that I know this firsthand.
Like being face to face is important.
You just don't get as much out of online learning, online meetings, online anything than you do in person. It's a great resource, and especially in times like this. But if education was 100% online, our kids would that would be terrible.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Like
we need
social
like interaction is
interactions,
important.
Like people already, kids with screen time, if they didn't have that one-on-one, I mean, people would that would just be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you see it now with like
times
everyone
this,
being at home. It's like, it's strange times. There's a lot of people like just on the internet, on social media, and that like can affect your household, and like it's not good to not be out interacting with people.
Right, yeah, you need that social interaction. People would go crazy. Like
People are already going
people
crazy.
People are having a hard time with
It's hard to stay in your house. Like it's like we're all on house arrest.
Yeah, but I feel like for me, I've been on house arrest since I had the baby. So now I was just getting like more comfortable going out with the kids, and now I'm like, oh, I have to be back home. But
and it makes you think like, are you gonna be fine to go back to the library and go back out to a mall and like. Yeah. No one's going to be touching anything when they go out for a little bit. But it'll probably last for a couple months. And then, like, the first person to grab an escalator rail.
I can't remember where. I've been reading so much stuff, so I forget where I'm reading these things. But someone said it was, like, right when you go to the dentist. Oh, I think I saw it on CrossFit Invictus posted a thing. Like, whenever you go to the dentist and you have a cavity, you're going to floss more for a little bit. But then that wears off, and you stop flossing until you go back to the dentist again. So this, like, after this passes, people are still going to be obsessed with the hand sanitizer, the wipes, the whatever, but give it a couple of months after it's going to go back, and people are not going to be, so obsessed with it anymore.
Yeah, it's a good point. But it's just a matter of, like, when will that happen?
No, yeah, I mean, it's,
I don't know how they're going to... I would be pissed if I was in college right now because there's people that...
well, they're just ending the semester online, and then they'll go back in the fall.
I know, but like to get your diploma and walk across the stage and get your degree, a lot of parents want to see that. And that's basically what you send your kids to college for, is to see them walk across the stage and get their diploma. And a lot of people can't do that now. Like, it'll just be like a virtual diploma.
Yeah. Baby's good.
Baby's good now.
She's just... gotta...
Yeah, like
people
Times Square's empty.
Floss every single day. Flossing is so important.
Times Square's empty. It's gonna look like how all like the other European countries look right now.
Sofa King, I said to Corin yesterday, I said, let's do a Molly's Mind this week. Any suggestions for topics?
It's so much easier to just do like a live
I
stream.
know,
and
but
just
I
pop
like
on.
Molly's Mind. I actually have an idea for a Molly's Mind that we're gonna do maybe this week or next week with
Later,
the
Layla.
cards. With the cards.
Okay. How long do you think this will last? I don't know.
I have no idea.
When I did an interview with Molly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up on the channel. I already did a video with Molly. Molly's Mind, no distracting chat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stay safe. I'm gonna watch Better Call Saul
Downstairs.
downstairs.
Corin's gonna go do the dishes that I asked him to do before, and then he can watch his TV show. And
A lot of
put our
people
studio back
might
together.
start getting fired soon, just because companies are hurting and restaurant
it's gonna
business,
be
like
scary.
restaurant, like you look at the big corporations that a lot of people have like money at the top and they can survive this for a little bit, but like when a restaurant closes, not only can the owner not pay their rent and their rent at home and feed their families, their employees are going to get laid off.
But not
Like
only
there's
that,
people
all
that
the
work at the
employees-
front desk
yeah, but
and all that
even
stuff.
right now, all those employees who don't know when they're gonna get to go back to work, they're not getting paid through this.
I know.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. There's a lot of people that you have to think about, and that's why, like Molly said, like our neighbors put on our door like a Facebook group for our community, because people are afraid to ask their friends for help or something like that, and reach out to a
Well, it's
waiter
not
or a
necessarily
waitress
they're
or like
afraid.
a
They
restaurant
might-
owner that
They might also not know where to ask for help. Or
Yeah.
You might not know people, or there's a lot of different scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to lead to a big depression, but a lot of people are looking to get bailed out for the government, which is just going to set us back even
That's
more
for
money.
companies, though. Like, that's not going to do anything for the average person who can't pay their bills or can't do, who gets laid off. And
Here's my thing about Waffle House. Just because they're 24/7 and open and everywhere doesn't mean that they're good.
Waffle House is terrible.
Yeah, Waffle House isn't like IHOP is way better than Waffle House.
Who said Waffle House is better?
No, I put a tweet a while ago that was just like Waffle House is
I know, but
garbage.
I saw the tweet, but were people saying that Waffle House is better than IHOP?
Yeah, people are big because Waffle House is big. Like Waffle House is big in the South.
Or was IHOP not?
Like we're in New York and the like Northeast.
We
There's
don't
not.
have Waffle House.
There's not a lot of Waffle Houses. So if you're from the South, I could see how you were offended by that. But like, again, just because they're open and they're always accessible and there's pancakes are better than waffles as it is. But Waffle House is like sort of grimy and like their eggs are like
one time,
nasty.
remember I got like the biscuits and gravy.
The biscuits and gravy are like mad runny and watery. Like, yeah, like Waffle House is sort of whack. Cracker Barrel's whack.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel's not good.
What else is not good? Chuck E. Cheese's probably got mad coronavirus in there, so I'd be careful going there right now.
I don't know if I would ever want to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
I would go to Chuck E. Cheese,
I don't
even
know.
if they told me that like if there was 100 Chuck E. Cheeses and like 2 of them randomly were coronavirus infested, I would still take my chances because there's mad games. And the thing I liked about Chuck E. Cheese is they had those like concerts and the characters came out and did this shit on stage.
Yeah.
And the same thing with like Stu Leonard's.
Yeah.
They have those like cows dancing up top and like doing shows with music and stuff. Shout out to Chuck E. Cheese for all of that. But they've got tons of game. Like it's the same thing as going to an arcade.
Yeah, but they also have like place stuff. Like your kids are like, they just climb like that thing in the mall. Like.
I feel like we all like everybody here listening played in some nasty ass jungle gym or played in like a McDonald's. The McDonald's. Can raise your hand if you played in a McDonald's playpen growing up, like.
Or a Wendy's or a Burger King.
Or a Wendy's or Burger King. But like, I do feel like they've gotten a little grimier as time went on. Like.
But I think that's because we're older and we're more aware of
Yeah.
the griminess.
Or do you
Whereas
think
as a kid you don't think
they might have been grimier back in the day?
Yeah.
Because they didn't have like sanitizers and like disinfectants back in the day. Now at least like places will close down if you know, like someone finds out that there was like some nasty, like someone took a shit in the ball pin, like that place is gonna get OD shut down.
Who's taking a shit in the ball pin?
There's plenty of kids that are probably taking shits in ball pins. Just the same way that kids are like peeing and pooping in pools. You told me that they have to clear out the whole water if that happens.
Yeah.
You don't think a random kid's going to McDonald's that like has bad parenting and is just sitting in a dirty diaper with like poo all across the side and stuff?
No,
That probably happens a lot more. Like you go to pick up one of those little grimy ass balls, and there's probably some poo residue on there.
Did you ever go to DZ Discovery Zone? Did you have
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
I
yeah.
love DZ.
Yeah,
But those
I never
were
called it
like-
DZ though.
What'd you call it?
Just Discovery Zone.
Oh, okay. We called it DZ Discovery Zone, which is stupid because DZ is like the short version. But you just think like,
Yeah, Dave and Buster's. My mom is right. Is like the upscale Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah, it's just like sick kids like wiping their nose. I mean, but even taking the kids to the library, it's like they put things in their mouth.
Yeah,
like,
but it's just
those things are harder to clean.
at the library. You're not like the reason why the library is not as bad as a Chuck E. Cheese or like an arcade or something is because like you're not supposed to be doing that at the library. Like you're supposed to be just having a book. Like you're not supposed to put a
you're not
book in your
supposed
mouth.
to- Yeah, you're right. Well, at
At the-
DZ, it's not like you're supposed to be licking the ball.
Yeah, but you're having fun and you're just more open. You're having like a better time, so kids are just more prone to like being loose and like maybe crapping their pants and stuff. Like I'd rather crap my pants at a DZ or Chuck E. Cheese than at the library because at the library I might want to get away.
You're not thoughtfully crapping your pants. They're just doing it.
But I would be more inclined to do it at a library because I would be like, oh, let me get away from the books just for a second. I didn't like reading, so it'd be like, let me go to the bathroom.
No.
At the arcade, there's no way I'm going
You
to the
think our
bathroom.
daughter's thinking about that? Not that.
Where would you rather grab your pants, at an arcade or at the library? Oh, you're not supposed to put the books in your mouth?
Oh,
Medieval times is fun.
except for you're allergic to it, so.
I am working from home. I think everybody's working from home right now, and that's what's like.
I think any company that's not allowing people to work from home that can work from home is crazy to me. I also think like grocery stores that have drive-up delivery, they should only be doing drive-up delivery to protect their employees. Like a Walmart, like our Walmart has tons of spots.
No, but they were full. I heard them say like
The spots are full.
Yeah,
no,
one
but
lady
I'm
pulled
saying
up and was
turn your
like-
whole thing
Oh,
into that.
drive-up
Your
spots.
employees are only pickers, getting the stuff that protects your employees and it protects the people. You pop your trunk, there's less, risk for contamination. It protects your employees. I think
Yeah,
that
people
should
agree.
100% be what we're doing right now to protect not only just, the people who still have to go to work and make a living who can't work from home. It's like crazy to me that, companies still have people going in who could work from home or things like Walmart. Like, it's like we live in a period where there's so much technology.
Well, there's got to be something in place for elderly people. I saw something that was like, there should be some rule that like, Walmart announces they get their deliveries on Thursday, but it's only going to be open from 8 to 10 for people 70 and older or something like that. So like, 70-year-olds don't have to get worried about being trampled by young
First
kids.
of all, how does a 70-year-old even know that? Because they're not online checking the thing.
They watch the news.
All right, well then let's just deliver the groceries to the 7-year-old's house. Like, make it so they don't even have to leave. their
Well, then
house.
it's on them if they don't find out that the groceries are open from. That's their Facebook group that they should be in. Should tell them, if you're 70 and above, you can go to Walmart on Thursday from 8 to 10. Like,
But they shouldn't have to get out of their car.
yeah, no,
They should have people
yeah.
who are just, and
Just
like,
pop the trunk,
pop
put the
trunk,
groceries
don't
in.
even put them at risk.
Yeah,
It's like, stop messing around.
Yeah.
People.
I agree.
So.
What else? Albertson saw Sean Merriman. Actually, Sean Marion. Dollar General is making right now. I'm surprised that the economy is actually doing bad right now because literally everything is getting bought off the shelves.
Well, certain places. I mean,
Every single grocery store.
yeah, those stores.
Yeah, like, nobody's buying a
Target,
laptop
too,
right
like,
now.
All those are doing great, but like Apple's not even open right now. Like a lot of retailers are closing.
So
Like,
like
they're
I'm
gonna
curious.
take a hit.
Is Target stock up right now?
No, Target's like empty.
No, their
I tried-
stock should be up though
Oh,
right now
yeah, you
because
would think.
you would think right now, like they are selling out. Well, yeah, but they're not selling out everything
They
in their
are
store.
because in my mind I'm
But
like,
no one's buying TVs. Like all the grocery section is
but
being
people are
bought.
home bored. They're like thinking, sitting in their house. Oh, now's
Yeah,
the
maybe
time.
people are
Like-
buying
like
Xboxes
board
and stuff.
games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just bought a game the other day, and like because people are sitting home, like, oh, what should I be doing with my time? You know.
Yeah, Xbox getting put to use. I asked Kyle if he would watch esports. I probably would if it was on TV. There's no sports right now. Bowling's on. But yeah, what game did you buy?
The game we played today.
Oh, she bought like this game that
We're gonna do it during a
you
Molly's Mine.
yeah, you flip a card. It's like a relationship game. You flip a card and it asks you a question about like your relationship.
No, but it's not just about your relationship. There's
All
like
right, Jed. Love you.
all different types of cards. It's cool. Oh, yeah. So,
What?
No,
So she wants to do a Molly Mind of flipping.
no, just like
Flipping
different,
the cards.
No, just like, yeah. I don't know. I think it would be cool because.
Jed Sofa King wants to know where you've been
Night,
at.
Jed. He lives in New York.
No, not like where you've been at, like in the chat the whole night.
Oh. 'Cause
They
normally
usually go
he's
back and
like-
forth at it.
Yeah, he's normally.
Harry's been staying inside for 9 months. You're probably gonna be the last man standing then. Don't start going out now. But the weather has been tempting
This
us.
chair
Like
is like
the weather has been super
no, but
nice.
that's
So
better. You can get out and walk and like not feel so cooped up at least, you know,
Yeah.
because you can social distance outside.
Pennsylvania went down on lockdown, so I stopped going to work tomorrow for us. Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of states are going on lockdown.
It's just not
Ours
spiked
starts
up.
tonight.
what? We have a 12 o'clock lockdown?
Well, bars, restaurants, all
Oh,
of
yeah.
them are on.
I'm really curious what is going to happen, to like restaurant owners and stuff like that. Like
Well,
there
did
needs
you
to be
see
a
Donald Trump said they're going to do loans at low interest rate for them, but I mean that's but
I mean, they need to put like a freeze on all, like just a blanket freeze on everybody's like rent, like homeowner, like everybody.
Yeah,
There'd just
no,
be
I
like,
know.
you don't have to pay your rent for 2 months or something
Right.
like that.
right.
Because a lot of people are going to be affected. No one's going to work.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's gonna be
It's going to be interesting.
like all these bars who have bartenders. Like how are they gonna now pay their bills?
Yeah. Oh, Verizon is still making them go into work tomorrow, and I'm in Pennsylvania on a lockdown. That's what Molly said. It's crazy. There's big corporations that like are still requiring people to go into their
Yeah.
offices, which is wild because there's, the CDC is saying don't go out. The president's saying don't go out.
I mean, I guess the good news is like if they can lock down at least some places, it does limit the amount of people. But if you have to take public transportation to work, things like that, like that's super scary.
Public transportation. Oh, someone's rent and mortgage is being put on hold in Colorado. Oh, I should tell my sister that. If that's true, that's interesting.
So put on hold. So once it goes back, are they gonna have to pay it back more?
Oh yeah, so do you have to pay that money back or like?
Or are they like waiving it?
Because that would suck to like
because
for
it's like yeah, like okay.
in
let's
3 months
say
it's like
your
boom, you're
mortgage
banged
is,
out for like 3,000.
2,500
Yeah,
bucks. Then the next month now you have to pay 5,000.
Yeah.
Like that's not helping anybody.
yeah. A hold would be a bad thing because then it's
Yeah.
just like the money's
just
piling up,
racking up.
and you don't. And the whole point is that you don't have the money.
Because you're not
to
working.
pay
It's
it.
not like they, and that's what they said about the loans. It's like it's not like people are making the money that they're gonna now have extra money to pay that off. It's just
Yeah,
kind of like perpetuating the problem.
yeah. Nix is sleeping, but yeah, hopefully it's not a hold, and that it's just like you're not required to pay it, because that would be better. But it's so weird that all of the big corporations get these bailouts and get money, but like the people that actually need it nothing's happening to them. Like it'd be so easy for Donald Trump to just cancel all like student debt, and people would have money to spend, but that's not even like on the table.
Well, the other thing is like, if people are not able to like pay their bills,
No, I'm not sick. Why am I? I'm just tired.
they're not going to be going out, is when they can go out and spending their money eating out, and like it's still going to be terrible for restaurants and stuff because people aren't going to have extra money
Yeah.
to go and do that.
Oh, Sofa King! Shout out to West Virginia. I don't think there's any cases of coronavirus in West Virginia. I heard on the news today. I think they said that West Virginia and like Alabama,
Yeah, I think Mikey said something that
like don't have any cases of coronavirus, and I don't know if that's just because you guys have that good immune system from like
people
working
don't
in the
travel
coal,
in and out.
or people don't travel. Yeah, that might mean that no one's going to West Virginia, or you guys just have a crazy immune system because of like, the coal mines and it's just so hard to believe someone in West Virginia or someone in Alabama has coronavirus. It's so hard to say that, like, that no one does.
Maybe not. I mean,
When Ohio's practically right next to West Virginia or close to it, has like 100,000 cases.
they do.
That's what they said, 1%, which is like 100,000 cases.
How many do we have? They
There,
don't have 100,000 cases in Ohio.
yeah,
I don't believe it.
yeah, 100,000 cases. Yeah, they're probably just undetected in West Virginia.
How many cases do we have in the U.S.?
I don't know, but I saw 100,000 cases in West Virginia.
You mean Ohio?
In
there's
Ohio,
the
in Ohio.
penguins in the museum.
Oh yeah, the Chicago Aquarium let the penguins roam around and just walk around the museum because no one was there. It's so wild that nobody's working. Like, so everyone at the aquarium, nobody's getting paid.
Well, yes. Some people still have to go into work. Like, who's feeding the animals? Like,
I know, but like the majority of people,
Yeah,
like the person
like the
checking the
customer
tickets or
service.
something
Yeah, no,
like that.
Exactly.
Oh, there's not 100,000 in Ohio?
No, that's like, there's not. That would mean there's like 1 million cases in the U.S. If 1%.
Oh, I'm sorry for that then. My
Yeah.
bad. That was
Out here with fake news.
That was fake news as fuck right there. They suspect that there may have 100,000 undetected cases in Ohio. There's only like 50 confirmed cases in Ohio.
So that's.
The virus is making it hard to find baby wipes. Molly, where's the baby wipes at?
Oh yeah, this was a thing because we go through almost like a pack a day of baby wipes.
We go through a lot of baby wipes with
two kids.
2 girls, yeah.
And I looked at Target and I put an order in online, and then I got an email saying that my order was canceled because they were out of stock. But I checked on Amazon and thankfully was able to get them. And they
So
got
Amazon has
delivered-
baby wipes?
I don't know. They got delivered on Sunday. They got delivered on Saturday. So
Why is your friend going into Panera Bread if they're closed?
it might not be closed yet.
No, they said they're going into Panera even though they're closed.
Oh, maybe they work there.
My friend has to go into Panera tomorrow even though they will be closed.
They must work there. My friend has to go into Panera tomorrow even though they're closed. That must mean
Yes.
They
No,
still
they're
work
not just
there.
going to get a sandwich.
no. They probably still have to like do stuff.
Yeah, I wonder what.
Yeah, like kind of close.
Oh, they're
up
doing
shop.
drive-throughs.
Yeah, yeah.
Taco Bell was the first to do
No,
drive-throughs.
but let me
That's
go
why.
back to
Oh,
this baby wipe thing.
yeah. Molly's got a point on baby wipes.
So I also saw that like Pampers, normally they're however many packages of wipes. Instead of being $22 on Amazon, they were $60. Like, that's crazy to me that in time of emergency, Pampers is like, let's raise the price of our wipes.
I don't think they raised the price
Who
of it.
raises
I
it?
think like it's an independent seller or something
no,
on
it was
Amazon.
From Pampers.
Really?
Yes.
No. What was that? Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Independent sellers on Amazon.
yes.
are
It's not
doing that.
Pampers raising their price to $60 per package. I
Yeah.
think like if you
No,
own
because-
Molly's Baby Shop and
Yeah.
you have Pampers,
Yeah.
you could sell them on Amazon for a crazy price. You're not technically allowed to.
Right, that's.
If Amazon
okay,
catches you,
Amazon.
they can take it down.
Right, but
if
my
you get a
friend
sale
who
through-
does the subscribe and save through Amazon, which just means it's a monthly like subscription each month. It automatically changed her price. So
The holding
They're-
your breath thing is not
they're
real.
not coming from, like a third party retailer.
Well, eBay's prices are out of pocket right now, but I think eBay is doing a pretty good job because I was just looking at hand sanitizer just as like a for shits and giggles, and they showed like $40 for a 6-ounce bottle of hand sanitizer, and then I went to actually click on it, and then it brings you to like it redirects you to this page that's like not you can't actually buy it. It's like a thing from eBay that says some error message. So like you'll see it on there, but you can't actually buy it. Yeah, the holding your breath test is not the coronavirus, but just to prove to you guys that I don't have corona, here's a 10-second test. I even went to 11 seconds just to prove it.
For baby wipes really quick.
Molly's looking up baby wipes on Amazon.
For whoever.
Film.
So
Cognation.
it looks like
I've
we
never seen
use water wipes. It looks like you could get delivery March 20th through 21st. If you use those, you could get them still.
What about those water wipes right there?
No, I just said you could still get water wipes. It looks like Amazon wipes are out of stock.
Kyle's funny because he sent me a
like
picture. He's got a jug of hand
Pampers wipes
sanitizer
are
like
in
this
stock.
big.
Why?
He said he randomly, like 3 years ago, was at Costco and bought like
It
one of the.
expires.
I know. He said
Oh.
it expires in 3 years, and that he's 3 years to the day.
Oh,
With
so
his
he's
hand
so he's
sanitizer.
good for now still.
But maybe it's
Yeah.
expired. But I rather have a big jug of hand sanitizer that's 3 years on the nose to feel safe,
yeah.
like it's still working,
Yeah.
than not have some hand sanitizer.
Scotty is falling asleep. Yeah, she's almost there.
Kristaps on the Mavs, they're going to be good once they're back. It's a lot of NBA teams, all of them aren't paying their employees. I still have friends that work at the Knicks that the Knicks aren't one of the teams that have a player or owner that has said that, their part-time staff is still going to get paid, which is unfortunate because a lot of other teams have, whether it's been a player or the owner. But there should be a blanket thing from all the NBA owners that are paying the salaries of their part-time staff for the remainder of the year.
I don't think we could do a Molly's Mind on pizza. It wouldn't be long enough.
I mean, but they don't have to be long.
No, I know. It'd be like 3 minutes, though.
The
'Cause I don't
the active additives and ingredients in hand sanitizer expires, not the alcohol. Oh, I would think the opposite, that the alcohol expires.
But show that hand sanitizer. That's an alcohol-free one, so that must mean it must really expire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's...
Wouldn't it say if it had an expiration date on
It's
it?
alcohol-free.
Oh, look.
It does.
Expires 29... Oh,
No, but I refilled those with the jug. Like I just kept the bottles, and then I kept the bottle. You just saw that big thing downstairs.
Yeah.
I just refilled them.
Oh,
with
so this
new.
bottle is old?
Like the expiration date. The bottle is
Yeah,
old.
this says it expires 2019.
The
January,
bottle
February,
is
March,
old.
April, May. May 2019.
Almost a year old, but the bottle is old, but the content is
I don't know. Maybe.
No, I just bought them and filled them up right before Scotty was born, with new stuff.
Is this expired? Yes or no?
I just told you the stuff I filled it with wasn't expired.
It is funny to see that there is also.
We don't even have ammonia. How would we mix that? I don't even think we have bleach in our house. I use a lot of chemical-free stuff. So.
Yeah. Don't drink bleach. That won't get rid of coronavirus.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go. I live in Las Vegas. Needed to go to 4 stores to get
Yeah.
to. Shout out to Spencer. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Molly's mother has actually been very helpful. She's driven around to all these different stores and
Trying to get us paper towels.
you sort of got to get in with the staff and find out when their delivery shipment is, and they're gonna tell you to get there early. But what are the essentials now? I'm curious. What are the essentials?
So-
Food, toilet paper, water.
Also medication. I had a little anxiety attack the other day when I couldn't find Benadryl in the cabinet because I don't
unicorn
know
lady.
if anyone knows Nick's is allergic to a lot of things.
I got an inside track on egg shipments.
And we didn't have any Benadryl, so I asked Corn to pick some up at Walmart. He couldn't find it, and I was like, oh my gosh, if she doesn't have the Benadryl, if she gets a reaction, we have to give her an EpiPen. If you give her an EpiPen, you have to go to the hospital. So thankfully he could find it, but when you say what are the essentials, I would say obviously if someone's on medication. So then that prompted me to order all this medication on Amazon. So we have it. So
All right, hold on. A couple things to just if they suspend all domestic flights in the U.S., it might not necessarily be a bad thing because what they're saying right now is that like if you reduce people going outside, it can help, decrease the spread of the virus.
But also, what's scary about that is people getting stuck places they don't live.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
there would
my
have to be
sister
something
is
that says
stuck
like
in Morocco right now.
it'd have to be something that says like by get to your
Yeah,
destination by
yeah.
next Friday, go back home.
But then all the
Um,
prices are gonna go skyrocket. That's what
Yeah.
happened in Europe. It was like $20,000 to get out.
Yeah, there's got to be something from the airlines where it's just like we'll get you home safely
Yeah,
fee or
that's
something
all
like
that matters. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't a time
Yeah.
to rip people off.
Oh, I saw one other. Oh, Daniel said he's getting married in July and he's
Oh,
got anxiety
I
about it. I
feel
can't
for
even
you.
imagine. Molly just mentioned that the other day. They said in Oklahoma City when the Thunder and Jazz were playing, the Jazz were staying at a very fancy hotel and people were getting married that weekend and they didn't know what's going to happen. So it's like,
Yeah,
I'm sure where you're getting
you
married,
have a
no,
little
but
bit of
like,
time.
but maybe weddings are getting postponed now and they're like pushing it
Yeah.
out to July.
Well, no, they wouldn't like cancel their day
Yeah,
in
no,
July.
it's still good that you're in
But
July.
it's like still we don't know how long this is gonna go. But at least it's not like you're getting married in May.
And where's my invitation to the wedding, bro? If you're a subscriber and a fan, I can crash the wedding. As long as here's what you need for a wedding. And Molly did some wedding planning stuff.
Yes, I used to be a wedding planner out here in Illinois. We've done a bunch of weddings together.
Make sure, would you agree with me on this? Make sure it's open bar.
Open bar, except for during dinner. If you want to save money, close bar during dinner because you don't want people like getting up anyways. And during speeches and stuff, that's always annoying.
Sofa King, if you invite me to your wedding, I will be there. 2, have good music. Oh, it's in Long Island, open bar in July. It might actually be in New York, so let me know. I might actually be there.
Yeah, if you have good music.
Well, yeah,
and-
what are the
and
essentials to a good
alcohol,
wedding?
Food, music, alcohol. That's it. People. Like if you're just
But the
playing
food doesn't even really have to be good.
It doesn't. But you have to have food. Like people can't be hungry. Like you can't wait to serve dinner. We've been to some weddings where they wait to serve dinner till like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then people aren't dancing.
Just have some
like,
banging
open
hors d'oeuvres,
up the dance
have some
floor
hot
as
dog
soon
weenies.
as possible. That's what you gotta do.
And then there was one more thing from the person from Italy, which was interesting.
Delay the marriage. Probably up more.
Oh, wait. I don't know what it was. She wanted to clarify something.
I think it was Gabrielle. So boy.
Oh, just got back on. Sorry, my bad, English. Gabriel. But I have to point out something that may have been misunderstood before. Even hospitalized people can die, but only really old people or already ill people
Are dying.
are dying.
Right, yeah. Anybody could die, but if you don't have the resources, they can't even help the people who may not die, who might be able to be saved.
If they cancel the Tokyo Olympics, that's gonna. When are the Olympics? This summer?
Yeah.
It's like the wedding. I mean, like, I think there's still enough time for them to go on, but there's obviously a lot of planning. There's a lot of, like, companies that are, have to send product and have to,
Do you hear her?
set up, like, stadiums and build and construction has to be done. I think the Olympic Committee is similar to, like, the NCAA, where they're pretty, stubborn in the sense where they're, like, money hungry, where they're going to try and push it to the last exact moment before they have to cancel it. So they're
Sofa
probably
King just said Dunskies. You watch too much Kyle and Corn.
what? Oh,
Dunsky.
yeah. They're gonna try and push it as far as they can before they.
Yeah.
A lot of sports things are like
I
postponing
don't
just because
think
they can
with the
realize that like they're
Olympics-
gonna make their money. Like the NBA,
Yeah.
it's gonna benefit them because in the summer when like
Yeah, but then how are they going to start the next season? They're going to need a break.
yeah, they'll take a little bit of a break, but they have a break now, so they'll just say like it'll be a shorter
Yeah.
break, but we'll start back up on time. But they're gonna realize in the summer when they start the NBA back up, they're gonna get actually they might not get a company to pay a lot of money because everybody's gonna be broke as shit.
Yeah.
So like if you want like American Airlines to sponsor
Yeah,
your
I
basketball
know.
tournament, they're not doing it right now.
Yeah.
Like so it's yeah.
The
Maybe
other
they're
thing I
gonna
was
get it,
gonna
like,
say about the
YouTube.
Olympics, they make a lot of money off it, like advertising, things like that. The athletes have been training. I feel like since they only happen every 4 years, they might postpone it over like just saying we're done. Like people have been training like their whole lives for this. I feel like it'd also be probably nice to have something to distract people from like
Well, that's why I'm sure I would love to see the ratings on the debate last night, because it was like the only live event on TV since, since sports stopped. Um, and that's like FS1 had bowling on, and it was live, and there was nobody in the
I asked
stands.
Corn if he could turn it off. If I could turn it off, he's like, "No, this is only sports." That's
People
on.
just want to see like live content,
I
like, so
know.
I appreciate people watching even this right now. Like, there's nothing on TV right now. It's all like
Yeah.
either old sports.
If you want to start a new YouTube channel, now's the time because
Start a YouTube channel.
because nothing's on.
Do it. All right, logging off. Any last thoughts? Any questions about restaurants you want to know, or questions for Molly about weddings? Daniel, I need my invitation to the wedding ASAP. WrestleMania, they're actually changing the location.
Yeah, but Ellen's not filming because they said as long as Ellen's on because they're taking a break, so it's probably old ones.
Yeah, they're all
Sophie,
like,
can you start a YouTube? We'll have to check it out.
restaurants are closing in Washington. Are you in Washington State? Because Washington State's not in good shape right now. Yeah, I got your message on Colorado was what? That the rents and mortgages are being frozen, but then I asked you, or they're put on hold, but then I asked you if when they come off hold, are they gonna make you pay that money back? Because if so, then that sucks, because people don't have the money to pay it right now. What makes them think they're gonna have the built up money in 3 months?
Yeah. Someone asked if we're worried about carry out places like restaurants. We never order takeout like ever, but we did go to Starbucks today.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm gonna quarantine myself from that kind of stuff too.
What?
Like ordering, like going to Starbucks and stuff. Like
Why?
Because-
Drive through at Starbucks?
because
Oh, he holds
they
the cup?
still are breathing on the food and like putting things together, making your drink. Like
Yeah.
we don't need to go through there. Like it's
I'm
best
sure you'll see
for us
yeah.
for us to do our part to just stay home. We have what we need. We don't need to go out. Anything we need, I'll order on Amazon. It'll get here in a day as long as it's in stock. And that's that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go into the store and do carry out. Dunkin's is better. COVID-19.
I don't know. Starbucks. I drink a chai latte, and Starbucks is better than Dunkin' on that. So
All right. Molly, any last things? Stay safe.
I don't know.
Wash your hands 20
I
seconds.
took a really good nap like 2 hours ago, so I have like a second wind.
Oh, all right.
So maybe we'll
stay
film
on.
a Molly's Mind right now.
No.
What? That would be a perfect time.
Nah, I'm going to go watch Better Call Saul. Peace out. Oh, whoa.
Why? Yeah. Why are you
Why
even
put
putting
that
that
into
out
the
in
ether, the
yeah.
logical landscape? It's tough to do this by yourself. To sit in front of the camera and talk by yourself, and
But you have people talking to you.
I know, but like how Kyle sits
Yeah.
there and talks, like
But
it's
he also has like rough notes on like what he's gonna talk about. He's not gonna like, he's. I mean, like he has it
I
planned
give you
out.
a break, the logical landscape. I know it was a joke. I make jokes like
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, and I always tell Court not to put things like that out there. And
But I
Or you'll
just
say
hopped
that
on
to
the
me.
live and I didn't have anything jotted down, but maybe next time I'll have some things jotted down. But it is tough to talk for half an hour, 2 hours by yourself, regardless if you have notes or not. Because when you have stuff written down, you might think that it's like gonna take a while, but like you get to the whole thing. Be yourself.
No, he said by yourself. You have your wife
No,
beside you.
for the first half an hour, this was all solo mission.
Yeah, I was downstairs watching The Voice.
Yeah. So,
I'm hanging with the baby.
wow, Corin, what? I gave you props. I said don't. I've gotten sort of OCD about washing my hands too, but you know who should really give you a break is the water companies. They should say you don't have to worry about your bills for 2 months or a month or your previous month.
I would love that with all the baby
Because, like, they
stuff
keep-
we wash.
Yeah, they keep telling you to wash your hands,
And the water companies are like, that's
loving it.
those are companies that are doing well right
raking
now.
in the money right now is water companies,
That's
is
true.
grocery stores.
Yep. Well, and so
Sanitizers.
everybody's home, all of their home bills are going to go up. Like our electricity, our everything, because we're home now. So normally you'd be gone in the day, like our heater and stuff goes down when we're not here. Like we have the Nest, so it like eco goes out when we're gone. But now we're here, we have the heat cranking. It's like all of your home expenses are going to go up. So it's like everything is just this trickle down thing. And then on top of that, people are going to either start getting laid off or they're not in work right now. It's just going to be a whole mess. It's very scary to think about, which is why we should do more positive, happy thought. So we can just
Yeah, I guess if everybody
not
does
always
stop-
focus on the
If everybody does stop paying their bills, I guess they
what. Well, then you just
like what is
end
a
up-
creditor going to come to
Yeah.
your house now in coronavirus season? You just
no, but
be
they'll
like, "Good
eventually
luck,
come
buddy.
after you.
Come to my house." Like,
Yeah, Netflix stock will go up. But I love the companies like Grubhub is not charging the restaurants the fees that they normally charge. Like companies like that in a time of crisis who are actually not trying to make a quick dollar are, that's what's up. So,
what? Can you believe that the government pumped almost $3 trillion into the stock market? Meanwhile, the government struggles to give regular workers. Yeah.
Sofa King, you're on the internet more now, but that doesn't make your internet go up unless you pay for like data on your cell phone. But our internet bill is just like the same each month.
What was it? Somebody got a good tip. That was a good tip. I was considering getting takeout directly over that concern. I don't know. I would still get like some Chinese food or something, and I would drive there and just eat it in our house.
Yeah.
I mean, like eventually, if this really goes till,
I feel
March
like I don't
20th,
understand
we're
why
not gonna-
people just can't wait until the end of the month though. Like just stay home, eat the food you have in your house, and just relax.
But
Like
some people don't have food till the end of the month.
yeah,
in
if you
their
don't
house.
if you don't have food, then yeah, go do that. But if you have food, like then just sit your ass down and stay inside. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like we don't need like we went to Starbucks today on our way to vote. We were going out anyways, but like don't just go out and be like I'm freaking bored.
People are gonna have to start eating their toilet paper. On that note,
Comes from trees, so it's healthy, right?
there's probably processed stuff in it.
Who's actually eating toilet paper?
Okay. Later, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Peace. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't sneeze
Is
on
that
people.
your new Corn's World slogan?
Don't cough on people. Kyle and Corn tomorrow. Check it out. Peace out.